9, 8.
You're watching
7,
Experience Comic Culture and
6,
Sales.
5,
Streaming live daily
4,
to Facebook, YouTube,
3,
Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Hey, no, Happy Monday is not a thing, but it's kind of like mind over matter because none of us like Mondays. All right, so shout out to Space Case, Dwayne's a Pain, Triple B. Let's see, Ed Weird, what's up, bud? CJ. Let's see who else in the house. I saw Marcus in here. Ed Weird, I said that. Commander in Beef, what's up, bud? All right, so let's get the Preston, what's going on, bud? Let's get the elephant out of the room. Man,
Yes,
that was a shellacking the Dallas Cowboys took. That was ugly. I even felt bad for the Cowboys midway through the game. Nothing could go right. Everything went wrong. It was bad.
Yeah, my only happy thing about that was that I was not watching the game. I decided to go watch Terrifier 3 instead, and I almost didn't. And I'm really glad that I went and saw Terrifier 3. It was an embarrassing loss. It was a sad loss. At least Mike McCarthy's job's in jeopardy now. However, Dynamite made up for the shellacking yesterday with the glory of the announcement today. My favorite announcement in the halls of Dynamite history. Silverhawks is coming, y'all. Silverhawks is coming. How freaking cool is that, man? One of my favorite cartoons growing up. Bam. Come on. I'm pumped.
Make two. What's going on, buddy? So yeah. I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. Barlord, what's
okay,
happening,
man.
bud?
It's okay.
Yeah, that was
It's okay, man.
that?
It said it's okay. This is probably not going to be the Cowboys' years, but I'm also gearing up. I think we're very close to my dream World Series, Dodgers, Yankees. That's what I want to see. I think we're almost there. We'll see what happens tonight.
They blanked the Mets. Who they had? Sagai, is it? They had make the start. That was ugly. He walked the base loaded with the first three batters. It was ugly. It was ugly. I didn't even watch the Eagles game because that was a lackluster win. It was against a team that can't get out of its own way. I mean, come on. Deshaun Watson, I don't know what they're going to do, dude. They're strapped with that headache. You can sit them, but you're paying them all that money to sit. It's horrendous. It's horrendous what the situation they've got there.
But at least we have
Silverhawks. Yeah, what else to do this weekend, bud?
Well, I was going to say, and at least aside from all the terrible football, we got Silverhawks to look forward to. I had a good weekend. I went and watched Terrifier 3. I hate Terrifier, and I don't like Terrifier 2. I actually really liked Terrifier 3, so that was fun and exciting. I hung out with my girlfriend this weekend, played some, didn't play anything. I watched some movies, so that was always fun. And then went out karaokeing, out at the bar, having fun. So it was a good, solid weekend. And this weekend, I'll be at Scarefest, meeting tons of horror icons. So I'm very, very excited for that.
Nice. So what is the movie tonight, anyway?
Tonight,
I'll get to that
back.
in just.
Oh, what's that? What'd you say?
No, I was answering Lyle's question.
Okay. Tonight we're going back to the year I was born, 1981, to talk about one of my personal favorite slashers, The Prowler. That's what we're talking about tonight.
I remember watching that one. I don't think I've seen that one.
The Prowler is one of those movies that got buried because in 1981 there were so many slashers that were coming out. That was like really the start of the boom, was 80 and 81.
I was big into slasher movies back then. I was in a sophomore in high school, I guess, So, going to see that was, those types of movies were the in thing at the time. So
Yeah.
there he is. There's Big John. Movie run late.
Oh,
Grab yourself a chair, my friend.
sure. The only reason I remember this week is because Jay was joking about some new technology he found, and I thought to myself, we're still struggling with VCRs, man. We don't need any new streaming
What
technology.
VCR? We're using Betamax.
Dude, Betamax I love Betamax.
So Robbie is very excited about the Silverhawks.
Kind of hard not to be. I literally just left the panel in New York. No, that's not true. I literally nice. When Thunder was announced, there was a lot of sort of, hey, what about Silverhawks? Hey, what about, just like when Thunder got announced, immediately people were like, what about Black Star? And I was like, one step at a time, man. Nobody should be asking Nick for stuff faster than I am.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
So-
like the speed limit.
So
for
I
asking
haven't
for
seen
stuff.
you in a week. So how's your week been?
Well, we had Florida hurricane refugees with us. And you know how much I love people in my house.
Not at all.
Not at all. So
So what hotel you staying in?
I stayed at the right across the street on 38. God, I can think of it. It's right over by Anthony's Coal Fired Pizza.
Spring Hill.
Spring Hill.
Yeah, they're nice.
2 nights. I was very nice. They were upset. Their house was damaged. I was trying to help them through the process of federal database, like applying for money, and then they had to have their insurance company. They're right on the beach in St. Petersburg, or they were. So I said, look, you're welcome to stay here. First night, second night, I started talking about, I don't know how long you're going to be here. You might want to look for long-term accommodations.
Right.
I have a lot of family in Florida. So one of my wife's cousins said, hey, look, my kids are gone. You guys can stay here as long as you need to outside of Orlando, which was bad, but not nearly as bad as like Tampa, St. Pete, which got rocked. So I said, okay, great. And then they proceeded to stay for a week. At one point, I offered to buy them a generator to take with on their way home if they needed power. But they were just having a great old time at my house. So my wife and I forget, they went to take the dog for a what do they call it, dog spa, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Dog's getting washed. I texted my wife. I said, I checked into the hotel. I went over to Anthony's Coal Fire, ordered a beer, and sent a picture like with a shrug. And she's like, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'll let me know when I can come home." And then, of course, I got to go through the whole thing with, "Hey, look, it's not you guys, it's me."
You're anti-social.
I'm not a big sleepover guy. Like when kids were like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna have a sleepover." No. When I was that age, the only company I liked more than a couple hours was my dog. Apparently, 50 years later, same deal.
Springville's actually pretty nice. So
One day I went downstairs and they're like, "Would you like some free wings?" And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm assuming I'm getting pumped, right? Because, like, of course, they see the fat guy. But no, apparently they have a thing there where
it's nice. I stayed in Springville in other states, but one time I'd stay in that one. Well, I didn't exactly, but the power would come on for like several days in the winter, and I didn't know when it would come back on, right? So I'd arranged for myself, the dog, my daughter, and at the time, unfortunately, her mom was staying with us. So of course, the moment I get everything settled, we're getting ready to move there. Guess what happens? Power comes back.
Oh,
So I send them there, keep the dog at home because I figured, well, the dog will probably do better staying at home now. The power.
dude, you should have just signed in and did what I did.
Because I knew they wouldn't get up. So I actually went for going to work. I went there to eat the free breakfast. All right, the breakfast buffet because I paid for it.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner from my house. I might as well go get it. So I went there and then went to work.
When they're offering you like free food or whatever,
Oh, I always eat it.
yeah,
Always.
sure, man, sure. And the lady laughed at me. She literally didn't believe me. She's looking at my address when I'm checking in, and she's like,
Is your house under construction?
and she's looking, and she's like, "Oh, house being redone?" I said, "No." And she's like looking, and she's probably thinking, "A wife threw you out?" I'm like, "No, I said, well, people are at my house. Family. My wife's family. And she looked and she goes, say no more, sir. So she put me over to the other side where it's a little bit quieter. And it was just man and audible.
That is so funny. Corey, what's up, man? So yeah, I've been there. It's a nice one.
Yeah.
I like Anthony's coal fire pizza.
They have
They're
about,
good.
I think I've said this before. The power company here is PSE&G, and they have 4 to 6 hours to get my power back on. And if that power is not back on,
You're going to a hotel.
I take my dog, pack a bag, I'm gone. And
So
that's
just so
that.
you know, they take pets.
Yeah, the dog stayed with me for after like the third or fourth night. The dog is like me; she likes quiet. And my wife and her sisters and blah blah blah, and they're screaming at each other on Facebook, and they're trying to connect with other family. And I'm like, if the hurricane takes them, they take them. Why disturb the patience of the peace of our home as well? But no, they had to put the Facebook FaceTime thing up on the big flat screen TV.
All right. So now time to announce the winner of the comment section. All right. So this week, this is from last Monday's comment section. If you left a comment, you entered the drawing. So this week, the winner is Preston.
Congratulations, Preston.
All right. And
He just comes up.
actually, it's the other one, my friend. The other book I sent you. That's the one. That's the
Nice.
win. So the one you showed, The Walking Dead, is for today's drawing. All right, which will be hashtag EXP Monday. Keep it simple.
Very cool. Yes,
All right,
there
so
is
congrats,
absolutely no
Preston.
B&B at my house. However, if I ever did do like an inn or a bed and breakfast, somebody actually said it would absolutely be bed and bacon. It would essentially be,
Isn't everything?
you'd wake up in the morning, there would be breakfast. I'm not interested in lunch. And then dinner, I would probably have like a barbecue people. I'd probably have a barbecue team come by. I'm not cooking for all those people. That's, I'll make someone a sandwich or something, but if someone's paying me $100 a day to stay at my house,
Go to Blanchard's.
they're getting. That's another thing. And I certainly don't mind. Every day they went over there and they brought food back from Bellagio's. I haven't seen 4 girls eat like that before. It was like the return of Shark Week. And I went over there and I said, hey, look, man, I'll be happy to pay for whatever they ate. I know people, my entire career life, I've loved to walk into a place, drop my name, gorge themselves for free like it's an electric chair meal, and leave. And then invariably I have to follow up a day or two later with my friend who's the proprietor and apologize.
Oh, hold on. I
don't
go to
even
the
ask anymore.
ATM. I gotta get more cash.
The last time it happened to me, I opened my wallet, I handed the Amex card to the guy. I said, look, I don't know what they ate, but I trust you more than I trust them.
Too funny. So you've had a good week, I see.
Well, it improved. Thankfully, nobody in the family was hurt, like actually hurt. Nobody was actually in danger. Homes can be replaced. That's what insurance is for. Not to be flippant. And if anybody in the show had their home damaged, I mean, I'm sorry.
All now is getting homeowners insurance in
But
Florida.
I don't care about people's houses. If the people tell me they're safe and they're okay, I take that as a win.
Marcus, it is Wawa Gobbler season. You are correct. And I've had at least 4.
4 already. I mean, that'll be the contest we'll do next week. Will be how many have you had since?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. So answer in the comments. I've had at least 4. I've gone over it.
I'll tell you what I had.
Tacoma, what's up, bud?
I'll tell you what I had DoorDash bring me at my hotel. A 6-pack of Tarantini Panzerotti gobblers.
They have that?
Yes.
Where?
I know Kevin very, very well. I've known Kevin since
Where
he was
they
a
have
kid. You can go and get them in Haddon at the factory, or you can get them at either Vincent's, which his family owns, or Franco's, which is the original place that Panzerotti was sold. For people wondering, Panzerotti are like a New Jersey thing. It's dough that gets fried in a certain way.
Excellent.
Inside is usually pizza toppings. I understand some parts of the country call that an inside-out pizza, pizza turnover. The family who kind of created it in our neck of the woods was the Tarantini family. Their grandmother called it a Panzerotti. It was trademarked.
So you're saying there's pizza toppings in like a flaky pastry. or something. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
essentially,
Down here, we call that a hot pocket, John. You can get them at any grocery store.
No, you can't, my friend. No, you cannot.
Not exactly like this. There's
So-
in all fairness to them, it's like a special, it's like their own recipe dough. It's kind of pastry. It's kind of like pizza dough. It's very weird and unique.
So let me ask you. After the show, you have to explain to me what the difference between a panzerotti and a calzone is.
The spelling?
No, not the spelling. Like,
Calzone has, generally speaking, calzone has ricotta. And it
so
can
that's
also
it.
be
Lewis,
baked.
what's going on?
Sometimes it's fried, sometimes it's
I
baked,
see.
depending on how close you are to the board.
That was a question that's bugged me for years.
Tarantinis are always deep fried. Plus, calzone can be whatever size you want. You know, you have family over, you can get a calzone. Yeah, you can get a calzone that big. Panzerotti are always like, I think it's 4.5 by 4.5 inches.
Okay. Tacoma, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah,
You're back in
really.
the hospital.
What happened? Oh man,
All right. Well, we're thinking about you, bud. Yeah, no worries. I figured something was going on. You know. So just rest easy, get well. That's all we care about right now. Calzone is your base defense. All right. So now that we've cleared up what the difference is between your panzerotti and calzone,
the
we can
hands
move
show
on-
is over. Good night, everybody.
we can move on with life. All right. So, all right. Got plenty of people in the house. As always, appreciate you guys. Like a calzone, dinner crust cheesesteak was a bomb. I feel like cheesesteak tonight. I may have to get one for dinner. Or the Wawa gobbler. I don't know. I'm torn.
I kind of, like I said, I had last several days. I've had a bunch of panzerotti gobblers, and they're great
You gotta
because
try one.
well, they're great because you can just try. It's hard to eat a hoagie, or at least it's hard to eat a hoagie for me. When I drove a truck, it was easier. Now that I'm driving a car, I have to be a little bit more, aware of what's going on.
Hey, JP, thanks for joining us tonight. So good question. So probably John is the best authority on this. So John,
Where's
JP is come to visit Jersey.
Okay.
So what is the best place to stay in regards to comic shops?
I would say, and I'm not saying this simply because they're on TV and I've met them and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I would stay in the Red Bank area. There's several options for you in terms of hotels, price point, places to eat, bars. It's also centrally located to Jersey. The closest comic shop is obviously Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, which is right in Red Bank. But within a 35 minute ride, there's at least about, I'm going to say 8 to 10 other comic shops, which do a really good job. Not just like the sort of mall, hi, we're selling comics, that type of thing. Shops with collectibles and stuff like that.
So JP, I don't know what part of the country you live in, but Jersey is the densest state in the nation. So no matter what, nothing is very far away from anything else.
Yeah, if you look at the weird dynamic, apparently we have the most people in the smallest amount of space.
Yeah.
We're like anti-Alaska or something. So yeah, you could stay in Red Bank, and if you wanted to, you could hit Philadelphia comic shops in an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe less.
literally, we are from end to end, Cape May, all the way up north to the border of New York. It's 3 hours.
It's
Tops.
you stop for gas and coffee, it's 3 hours, and
Yeah.
you're getting from Cape May to
Not
White
including
Plains,
traffic.
New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is Jersey, so always check
We
a
have traffic.
Waze app or something. But for example, I talk about I have friends, I visit Princeton
From
a lot.
Ireland. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, this will be culture shock for you, my friend.
I mean, if you're coming from Ireland, why are you going to Jersey?
Hey.
Well, no, I'll tell you
watch
right now, I mean, the largest populations of Irish Americans in this country currently are Boston, New York, and New Jersey.
what he said. That's why.
Where I would probably stay if I was
The lowest, Alabama.
if I I don't know how many
Come
Irish
on.
people are in Alabama.
There's always
man.
Mississippi. So
I would say that if I were coming to New Jersey from Ireland, I might consider looking to stay somewhere at Spring Lake. Spring Lake is one of the most Irish American towns in this entire state.
So it's weird. You're getting old news, dude. We don't use quarters anymore. It's all what we call easy pass.
Oh, it's all easy pass now, where it's.
Or if you don't have it, they do that the plate picture or
Yeah.
Yeah, they take a picture of your plate. They send you a bill in the mail, right? That's what
Yeah, basically
exactly.
that's, and you pay for that. To be clear, there's a service fee for that. If you go through, if you run up $100 bill in tolls, it'll probably be like $115. There's always a service.
Exactly. So, JP, you've heard good things about New Jersey. That's how we know you're from Ireland, because you can't be from the U.S.
New Jersey is sort of everyone hates us, not as much as we hate ourselves.
That's true.
I used to do a bunch of radio spots for NJ.com and talking about what it means to be from New Jersey, and one of them was the God-given right to be rude. People here can just. People
we
here
are
just
overqualified. Man.
However, as rude as people in Jersey are, the second you cross the state line into like Philadelphia, you are less than.
So, Tacoma, listen, get better. Come visit if you want. We'd love to see you. All right.
Yeah, come visit. You can watch me go through Nick's office and take stuff.
All right. So, my God, we did jabber a lot. All right, so we got to go
for our break.
Yeah, we got to go to our first break. When we get back, we're going to start with the books. Waiting for everybody to join, because usually
I have to buy everything.
Mill Skills,
tonight.
what's on, bud? What's going on, bud?
We should pre-sell Silver
Yeah,
Hawks.
so usually it takes a while for everybody to get in the room. So, all right. So again, the winner of the comment section, if you didn't hear, is this week Preston Eskridge. So every week. Yeah, JP. Also, I want to cover this. We do ship internationally, or when you're in Jersey, you can come pick up. If you leave a comment after the show,
CJ, that's funny. I was in Haddonfield earlier today. I'm sorry to cut you off. He mentioned Haddonfield. I went over to a place called Haddon Culinary today. My wife wanted me to pick up one of their chicken pot pies.
Well, CJ, your wife must have money, because Haddonfield is a high rent district.
Yeah, Haddonfield is not,
big mansions.
That's not blue collar.
Yeah. So we're running 2 giveaways. So tonight's giveaway, you need to put hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase, in the chat. It will automatically enter you to win. And the giveaway tonight is Walking Dead number 115, signed by Stefano Guadiano. Then we're running a second giveaway. If after the show you would be so kind, leave a comment in the comment section.
Do middle finger emojis count, or does it have to be a full?
Actually, I'll count it. All right. So
birds away, everybody.
Yeah, there you go. Right. So
oh no.
So it helps us with our algorithm. So what we do now is, if you leave a comment, that enters you in another drawing, which will be announced in the show the week after. So the winner from last week's show is Preston. All right. We randomize it as well. So leave a comment, please.
Also,
Also,
right before we go to break, Nick just announced that New York, Zootopia in 2025.
Cool. I really like that movie.
I kind of knew Jeff Parker was doing this because it's
also Jay. Last week I sent you the link to the Dynamite YouTube channel.
There's no Jay anymore. It's an AI. He switched over to that new thing.
All right,
now.
Jay the AI. Last week I posted in Slack. It may take you a minute to find it, or you can search it out. So if everyone would, we're trying to get the subscribers on the Dynamite channel up to help out Dynamite. So if you could subscribe, check it out. Great interviews. I think we've got Amy. Great previews of titles we got coming out. It'd be great if you could do that. All right, thank you so much. All right, so let's go to our first break, Jay, and when we get back, let's get started. Hey, Adrian.
By this time in our journey, we had been on the trail of a very elusive creature for about 96 hours. But all the hard work is about to pay off. Oh, crikey, there she is. Oh, by the markings, I'd say this one's at least a 9.8. Oh, she's a real beauty. A true mint copy. Oh, this one would make a fine slab on anyone's display wall. Oh, she's a feisty one, though. Look out, look out! Mint Hunter Comics is the place to find that mint comic you've been searching for. Mint Hunter Comics, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, part of the experience. Order Battle Quest comics at your local comic shop today.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
That's exactly how it is.
All
And
right.
we are back.
We're back. All right, let's get started. All right, so first off, as always, we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, cover price of $4.99 or $3.99 or higher, so a retail value of $40 or higher guaranteed. And as always, a thank you to our group. We got it for $5. Then we have the new revamped DF grab bag, 15 books for $10. Indie Marvel DC, and get them for less than $1. And we've got it for $10 tonight. And then, as always, we got the DF mystery box, 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, 10 random back issues, $200 retail value guaranteed, and we have that for $100. All right.
And if you ever want to know how cool one of those mystery boxes can be, check out some of Triple B's unboxing videos. Yeah. There's always some cool stuff in there.
Oh yeah, he's kind of created his own sort of little crypt studio, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
I love when someone has that kind of passion. I mean, in this world where everybody has a YouTube show, you go all the way from award-winning Robbie to some guy sitting in his shed talking about, the most obscure thing. It's cool to see someone like Triple B, like legitimate knowledge and passion for the subject matter. That I'm happy. So honestly, same with Robbie. You watch Robbie for 5 minutes and you kind of get the fact that he gets it. I'm not going to name names, but there are other shows you turn it on and you're literally doing this because you don't want to have a job.
Well, speaking of award-winning YouTube channels, this is the last week to vote for the CBC Awards. Voting ends on Saturday, so everybody go get your votes in right now.
All right, so
thank you, Robbie.
Definitely check out Triple B. He's on. Jay has put up a link. He is doing the live CGC giveaway, and there's the link at the bottom. All right, so definitely check it out. All right, so cover sketches. First up, Deadpool #1 with electric cover sketch by Joe Del Beato. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we've got it for $65. All right, next up. Now, these are all hand-drawn. All right, and next up, we got Venom #1. This one's cool. With Venom Spidey cover sketch by Dan Neidlinger. It's just a retail $129.99, and we got it tonight for $65. Thought it was appropriate for Halloween coming up.
Yeah, I love the Eric Larson tribute. That's one of my favorite covers. It's on my
Yeah.
wall right there.
There you go. All right, so we have this for 65. I love Dan's work. And this one's somewhat fitting by our friend Mariano Nicieza. Johnny Quest #1 with Quest Family cover sketch by Mariano Nicieza.
I told Mariano outside before I came in here I was just going to bring him a blank shirt, and he's going to need to do this on a shirt for me. I said, now I'll pay you overtime because let's be honest, my shirts are pretty big. But
all right, so suggested retail of $129.99, and we got this one for 65 as well.
speaking about, someone mentioned Haddonfield. One end of Haddonfield is preparing for their Halloween parade. The good end of Haddonfield is preparing for Christmas. I'm already seeing the lights going up, and my first thought was I should video this and show Eddie.
Hey, Phil. All right, so then next up we got Action Comics #18 with Saturn Girl cover sketch by Tony Scott.
The Tony Scott. They've done Saturn Girl like a million different ways. I love this take. This is sort of from like maybe 2002, 2003, which combined to me the best of the different eras of Legion superheroes. I'll bring my flamethrower to
Becky
get
Bate,
down.
hey.
Eddie, you know what I thought? In the middle of the street, in Haddon Avenue, the middle should be the Nightmare Before Christmas display.
Tacoma.
Hey, Becky.
Well, his most famous relative is Fabian.
Fabian?
Obviously.
You may have, I think he's done one or two things.
Yeah, heard. All right, so I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I believe
right.
Mariano calls him the less famous brother, but I can't be sure.
No, he calls him the brother without hair.
Oh, that's
All right, so
that's true. Mariano has a tremendous head of hair for a man at his age.
you're good, Tacoma.
Fabian, somewhat less.
All right, so then we have Flash #1 with Flash cover sketch by Will Torres. Suggested retail of $129.99, and we got this one for 65 as well. Like his stuff too. Mariano's worked hard to get this stable of artists who do our sketch covers, and they've been great. All right.
Yeah, I mean, he's just, we joke around a lot.
Mm.
And, truly, he has, crushed the hopes and dreams of tens of thousands of potential artists. However, in doing so, almost like strip mining, he does find those little, nuggets of gold from time to time.
Right.
And I think right now he's got a whole pan full of nuggets.
Yeah,
there's
agreed.
some really sort of, we've been doing this for a while with the sketch covers or whatever. I mean, I can't remember a time when they were consistently this many week in and week out that were this good.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so next up we got Batman #181, facsimile edition with Batgirl animated cover sketch by Jessica Court.
Yeah,
this is dope. This looks amazing, yo. This one's not going to stick around long.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can almost put like a stopwatch on this. This has got Bruce Timm energy. This is, there's go-go checks on here. If I'm looking for something in the Batman original art sketch cover type thing, this checks a lot of those boxes.
All right, we have this
Harley
one
in
for
the background,
65.
it looks like. I believe that's Stately Wayne Manor in the background.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Was that Arkham?
Oh, that could be Arkham. You know what that actually?
Preston, you got it, bud.
Oh, Preston,
I knew that one wasn't going to stick around. That's too clean. Too clean.
The truth is, we've been doing this for a while now. We kind of know when something comes along. I was like, oh yeah, this checks a lot of boxes.
All right, this one by our buddy Ken Hazer for the Star Wars fans out there. Star Wars #1 from Grogu eating frog. Cover sketch by Ken Hazer. It's just a retail of $129.99.
Oh
we have this
God.
one for 65 as well.
Yeah, Star Wars #1 from Marvel. Their first revisit back to Star Wars was 2015, right? Like hard book to find raw anyway, right? Much less a sketched blank cover with Grogu eating a space frog. So
yeah. All right, so I wonder which one it is, Jay. All right, so then thought this was fitting as well. given what we know now. Invincible Iron Man number 600 with Doom versus Iron Man cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. So that's Robert Downey Jr. versus Robert Downey Jr.
Well, hold on. You say Doom, but it's Doom in the classic cover, but that's Kang.
Is it Kang?
It's redrawn as Kang. It's Doom redrawn as Kang.
It's Doom in the sort of classic cover. That's Kang. Also, probably Robert Downey Jr. now.
You guys are right.
That's how they're going to save the Kang character. Also, Robert Downey.
We've recast Kang. It's Robert Downey Jr. We've recast Captain America. It's Robert Downey Jr.
Everyone's going to be Robert Downey Jr. They're going to use AI.
They've recast Black Panther as Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder.
Oh no!
Ooh,
no!
Ouch!
We were joking about that in our comics chat, and somebody said there's totally a storyline to be had where Robert Downey Jr. becomes Captain America because he's so incensed that his father is obsessed with Captain America instead of his own son. He, instead of focusing on technology, he sort of works on cracking the code to the super soldier serum, and he makes himself Captain America. And just as I was getting ready to laugh at that, I'm like, no, you know what? That's not the worst idea I've heard. That could work.
Suggested retail of $129.99, and we have this one for $65 as well.
I would like to see.
I am completely sold. One actor can play 10 roles.
I would like to see RDJ be on like Saturday Night Live or something, or some sketch show or something, some late night talk show, and do that bit like a 3, 4, 5 minute skit of him. Like as if it's a faux trailer for the next Marvel movie, and he's playing all the characters.
One-man show.
That would be so funny.
All right, this one.
He's changing the masks like they used to do in Greek theater. He's doing the thing.
This one's going to blow you away. All right, so Green Lantern #1 with Joker cover sketch by Dan Neidlinger.
Wow.
It's just a retail of $129.99.
Wow.
We got it for $65. So this one was Jay's favorite.
This one ain't gonna stick around long either. This is dope.
There you go. I was gonna say the same thing.
Joker's very popular.
It's got
this guy gets Robbie's stamp of approval.
It's got like a Del Keown kind of vibe to it, doesn't it?
Pick of the show. You're claiming it and sending it to Jay. Wow, that's really nice, Corey.
My goodness, Corey.
Aw.
Bro, I appreciate that so much. Like,
Corey's such a good dude.
Thank you, dude. That's amazing.
Corey's done this before. And I gotta say this. I gotta take a moment to say this. This is the greatest group, I think, and I don't know for a fact. And I'm not insulting anybody else who does a claim show or any kind of YouTube show. This has got to be one of the best groups. I mean, Corey has done this multiple times.
Yeah, Corey sent me this one.
Yeah,
nice.
That's right. And Lars Man has done it for Tacoma. And I know so many different people in the group have bought the Dynamite mystery box and gifted it to Triple B so he could do his box opening. So that really helps him out.
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't know many claim shows where that happens. Okay. I've seen people, kind of do cutthroat.
We're like the anti-claim show. Because if you watch claim show, in some cases, it's like an unending lightsaber duel over like $9 in a book.
Over $1.
And here, you know what I mean? Everyone's sort of.
Marcus, never going to happen, bud.
The squirrel, you know what? We know people that can draw. I can get someone to do like your daughter is Squirrel Girl, and you sitting there on the dugout like, and Cornelius.
So you don't want to be friends no more, huh?
I'm just saying, hey, it's art. I can't control what the artist does.
You're right. This community's great. I hate to ruin the moment, but Corey, just so you know, Jay's just going to trade that for a Superman sketch.
Oh, no!
No.
This is why I don't do the show.
Bring down the house, man.
Like
don't say that. Bring it down the house, man.
Robbie probably saw the thing on Facebook where the Legend of Kingdom Come is already like slabbed at 9.4 and 9.6. Well,
Jay's going to get down there with a Sharpie and put a little spit curl on him.
All right, so we got to take a break in 3 minutes. So let's do a quick recap. All right, remind everyone, if you just joined us, the giveaway is you got to put hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase, and enter the drawing for The Walking Dead #115, signed by Stefano Guadiano. All right, so that is our giveaway of the night. We will do the drawing towards the end of the show to give everybody an opportunity to get their hashtag in. All right, so as always, we started with the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, and we've got it out, as always, for $5 for the group. Then the revamped Dynamic Forces grab bag, 15 books for $10. Indie Marvel DC, and we've got it for $10, and you're going to get 15 books. Then, of course, as always, the DF Mystery Box, 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 signed cover, 1 exclusive cover, and 10 back issues, and $200 retail value guaranteed. And we have it for $100. I'm going to do it for $85 tonight. All right, then we had Deadpool #1 with Elektra cover sketch by Joe Delviato. Suggested retail $129.99, and we have for $65. All right, then we had Venom #1 with Venom Spidey cover sketch by Dan Eilinger. I can't believe this one's still around. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we've got it for $65. Then we have Johnny Quest #1.
Nice, Triple B. I like that. That's great drop-in.
All right, so Johnny Quest #1 with Quest Family cover sketch by Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $129.99, and we've got that for $65 tonight. Then we got Action Comics #18 with Saturn Girl cover sketch by Tony Scott. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we got that for $65. Then we got Flash #1 with Flash cover sketch by Will Torres. Just a retail of $129.99, and we got it for $65. Then Star Wars #1 with Baby Yoda cover sketch by Ken Hazer. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we've got that for $65. Hey, Ryan. And then, of course, we got Invincible Iron Man #600 with Kang vs. Iron Man cover sketch by Joe Delviato and Mariano Nicieza. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we have that for $65 as well. All right, we're going to take our second break, and when we get back, we have some really cool back issues that we can go over. Incentives, and then the new Dynamite books of the week. So hang out. We'll be back in a couple.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
That'd be really great, thanks.
Just to show everybody a return of a classic.
He's eating a veggie sandwich. I can tell. He only comes in here to show you the veggie sandwich.
No, I showed pizza.
Well, after Guillermo's yesterday.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, where'd you have dinner last night for your anniversary?
Guillermo's, and it was
on Haddon Avenue.
On Haddon Avenue. Again,
don't eat there.
We just talked.
I have never had truffle fries that tasted so bland.
How do you do that with truffle fries, right?
Yeah.
That's like a distinctive flavor.
It is.
Even if you don't like it, I accept people.
I got a steak frites. I never got a steak frites that wasn't sliced when they give it to you.
Interesting.
He's not allowed to eat until after the markdown. He said.
Oh God. So it was. And Pam's mad at me for posting it.
Why?
She's like, why are you posting it? I said, the food wasn't terrible. She's like, you should have sent it back. Her food, the only thing that tasted good, the only thing that had taste, I should say, the only thing that actually had taste was the shrimp in her spaghetti mare.
Is that what she got the Frutti di Mare?
Frutti di Mare. That was.
Have you ever been there before?
No.
So
that was a great way to spend my anniversary.
I hate to say it, Guillermo has a great reputation. And, you know, in the group by admin, they don't put any negative reviews, but every other group that does is like, this place peaked in the pandemic. And, you know, now they're just sort of coasting. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but.
Well, like I said, I mean, look, what I posted it wasn't great. The company was fantastic. So I'm looking on the bright side, but it just was what it was.
It's not even a money thing.
The shrimp has a stronger taste if you let it go big.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
That's one of the few people that probably now eats out as often as I do.
Oh no, that's slowed down now that summer's over. I got it mostly out of my system. I don't know if you. Matter of fact, actually, I still haven't posted the pictures. When I found out John was dying, that was one of the last times I went out, and I still don't have it in me to post those pictures.
Well, you do it when you're ready.
Exactly. I mean, it was really weird because
no more restaurant pictures for you, though. That's going to be part of the upcoming.
If I go to a restaurant, I'm putting up pictures. Matter of fact, Thursday is the memorial for John, so I'm sure I'll have some pictures there.
So wait a minute, are you going to New York?
Yes, Thursday.
So we know that it's going to be Peter Luger.
Nope.
No?
No.
No?
No. Right now it's McHale's Pub. That's it. That's where we're having the John Cassidy Memorial. So I'm going to go there for dinner so that I can make sure everything's good.
You've almost always gone.
Brian, truffle fries are kind of standard steak fries. They usually get tossed in. The better places will toss them in grated cheese and actual, you know, truffle salt or maybe a grated truffle. Other places just kind of toss them a little bit of truffle oil, or it depends on the level of, you know, if you're at an $80 place, $200 place.
Yeah. It is what it is. You know, like I said to Pam, I said the food wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
Well, it's the good news.
We ate it.
It's the good news, bad news thing, right? The good news is it's an anniversary. We're together. The bad news is.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't, you know, it's going to happen if you try new places.
Well, that's the whole thing. Pam was like, Pam was like, we're never trying any place new again. I said, well, no, we should never try any place new for a special occasion.
I want to ask you a question.
I tell people that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
normal Saturday
for-
or something. But I want to ask you a question. Remember that? What was the name of it?
Look at what Eddie B wrote.
What do you mean? The only truffles I know are the chocolate.
So let me ask you a question. That restaurant in Voorhees, Fiennes, was that
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Is that still around?
It is.
It is. No kidding.
Vampirucci bloody steak
That's
photo
gonna
metal
be.
cover.
That's coming up. We're gonna start taking pre-orders for our Nick Restaurant e-card set. That I mentioned last.
Did everybody hear our announcements today?
Well, as soon as it posted, I said,
Silverhawks.
Zootopia.
Robbie brought that up. He's got the little action figure. He's ready to go. He was very excited about that.
Yeah, he has action figure.
I'm so excited for Silverhawks. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you.
I mentioned.
You're welcome.
Pet Utopia.
Zootopia.
Zootopia.
My friend is on vacation in Scotland. I was supposed to go and I didn't go because of health issues. I didn't want to fly for like 9 hours. He sees it on our friend chat page. I'm like, hey, you guys asked about Silverhawks. Here it is.
Yeah.
The next thing he says is, oh, that's awesome. Could you leave a post-it on his desk? Like I do that about Black Star. And I'm like, why don't you guys slow down again? No one should be pestering Nick for new stuff faster than I do.
Anything cooked in bacon.
Pump your brakes a little bit.
So what else do we announce?
But congratulations, by the
Flaming
way.
Carrot in one of our books.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus.
Did you say Flaming Carrot?
Flaming Carrot.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. I used to love Flaming Carrot. Also, you guys are doing the Stray Dogs plushies. That's super cool.
Is that in
Sweetie Candy Vigilante.
I
So
was trying-
Flaming Carrot is in the last issue of Sweetie Candy
I
Vigilante.
was trying to get the words right. I was starting to say candy, and I'm like, no, that's not it.
Wait till you see tomorrow's announcement.
I'm just going to make those up. They're Grape Ape. They're, you know.
Dude, I would buy the heck out of a Grape Ape comic. I'm just going to say that.
No, I'm just making that up. That's funny.
No, it's a nice day. I mean, look, we announced Thundercats 11 has a new story arc. It's really leading into the big showdown, Mumra, big Mumra issue.
People are really digging Thundercats. They kind of thought maybe it was just going to be a few issues and done. They didn't realize you were going to.
Marcus, they said that they didn't think we would do a good job on Silver Spoon. They turned us down. Their quality assurance people said
no.
They do too many silver books. We may not get the quality they're giving Silverhawks.
It was Ricky Schroeder that killed the deal, right? You can.
It was.
If you get an additional charge on your invoice from Tom Stigowski, it's because someone, I won't mention any names, is constantly in his messages talking about the Herculoids. So he might see that as a
By the way, you guys notice I got the veggie sandwich right after that terrible meal Saturday night. I went back to my comfort food.
I was going to say, when I saw the
The
sandwich,
worst part is, all kidding aside, they ran out of bread. They ran out of the bread that they used to make it, so they had to put it on French bread. And here's the most insulting part: they charged an extra $1.
Where was this?
What do you think?
All right, I
Rastelli's.
have to talk. There's no part of France where the last name is Barucci. Take this away.
Well, actually, it tastes pretty good. Actually, it tastes pretty good, but an extra $1 just because they're out of their rolls.
Right. Yeah,
It should have been $1 less, not $1 more. Like,
No.
here, sir, I'm sorry. Please take this bread.
John, make note. Call your buddy.
No, it's okay. Pam and I made a deal now.
What's that?
We're just buying the bread, the mozzarella cheese, and the tomatoes
You're making your
ourselves.
own.
I'm making myself. All she has to do is buy the chips now.
So
You know what? That's what people do at my friend's bakery in
If
Boston.
it wasn't that mozzarella and tomatoes cost so much money, I might actually save money. Anyway, guys, it's going to be a great show. So sell.
I was going to say, we have to upgrade his bread. Sell something to people.
Golden Girls. Golden Girls had a problem with us doing Silverhawks. They said they're doing too much in silver.
Too much in silver.
We can't give them gold.
Oh, my God.
Silver spoons are different strokes.
What was the better theme song? Oh.
I would go with Different Strokes was a better theme song, but Wilma Deering was hotter in Silver Spoons.
that's for sure. Buck Rogers.
And that brings us full circle to Buck Rogers.
Right? Dude, come on. She was
the longest delay for the finale.
At 4 years old, I knew how beautiful she was. Just invent the licenses. Nick invented the licenses.
Just make it up.
As a little kid, he's in the playground. What if I gave you money and you let me do comics from your stuff? An industry was reborn.
All right, let's go.
Although I will say this. Facts of life. Who did you find more attractive? Joe or...
Joe.
I forget the other
Blair?
one's name. Blair.
Blair.
Who did you find more attractive? Were you everybody over and he goes with the
Blair.
Ginger and Marianne, but Joe or Blair?
Team Blair.
Joe
I'm Team Joe.
Joe reminded me of too many girls I grew up with in Atlantic City. That type of,
Yeah.
you know, like you would know a Joe. You
Yeah.
would, like, you know,
Yeah.
she was in school. Blair seemed to me to be.
Marcus said Trudy.
Hey, fair enough, man.
Trudy.
I had to look them up because I don't remember their names, but I'll go with Blair. I remember being a kid and having a big crush on her.
She was hot. She was hot, but there's something about Joe. She was just cool.
Well, that wasn't really a question. I thought.
Mrs. G.
What? Yes, it was. And as a matter
Oh my
of
God,
fact,
they're going to
Amanda
change
Beach-
out Kang here for Mrs. Garrett.
Nick was in the Mrs.
Again, a
Garrett.
reminder to everyone: these things I say, they are not necessarily what will be announced at all. It's anyway.
Anything you say may not represent.
That's what I was going
thoughts
to
of
say.
the company.
Objects in mirror are untrue.
All right.
I don't know,
back
but
to
I heard a
serious-
rumor that Nick's trying to work a deal out right now for those weird Quiznos animals that were in those commercials in the 2000s.
Oh my God.
Quiznos.
Come on, man. You're totally confirmed by John Cole. Thanks, man. Come on, man. You're toasting a hoagie. Wait a minute. There's like produce on there. No. Just no. Stop that. It's okay if you add maybe some hot shrimp onto a Caesar salad. You don't take a roll, cold cuts, lettuce, tomato, onion, pepper, mayonnaise, jam it in there, and then throw it into one of those little Selectric ovens.
They didn't put the veggies in there before they roasted it, though.
Just no. Quiznos.
Not the
Quiznos
ones
was
down here. I used to
so
love
good.
Quiznos. They dropped off, man. But I used to love going there because they had a pepper bar. That was so cool, man. Subway ain't got no pepper
Oh, you know
bar.
what? In fairness, the pepper bar was good. I'll absolutely give him credit for that.
Except for
Pepper
it'd be
bar-
all dirty, and you can tell it just been sitting out all day.
You had to go there like either before lunch or before dinner. That's when the pepper bar got spruced up a little bit. Just like Wendy's Super Bar. If you went
Oh,
right
the
before a
Super
meal-
Bar, Wendy's Super Bar. I'm so nostalgic over that. I would go make tacos and baked potatoes and pasta and like it's bring back the Super Bar, you cowards! Come on.
2 pepperoni pieces and a baked potato. They were mistaken. I absolutely can fit 22 pepperoni slices in a baked potato.
Potato was this big.
John be like, hey guys, you're out of pepperoni over here.
Thanks, Ryan, for saying that, bud. All right, so here we go. Back issues. First up, we got Radioactive Man #1. It is the glow-in-the-dark cover.
Finally, a glow-in-the-dark cover. Finally, my time has
Origin
come.
of Radioactive Man. All right, we have that for $20 tonight.
That's got the Robbie seal of approval right there.
I mean, God, that's
Comes with the Robbie seal of approval. People.
This is a cool comic to have in your collection, especially if you're a 90s kid or a 90s nostalgia fan. Come on.
All right.
Don't disappoint me, y'all. This is a great book.
All right, so then we
glow
got
in the dark. What more do you need? I would read Batman at the glow in the dark.
All right, now we have Spawn #1 versus appearance of Spawn, Sam, and Twitch. And we have that for $20 as well.
I mean, can I not give Spawn #1? Yeah, can I not give Spawn #1 the seal of approval either? Because I have to. I mean, it's Spawn #1, y'all. Todd McFarlane, this might be one of the best comics he's ever done.
Well, when you look at what Image was and where they are now and where it all started, Todd McFarlane is sort of, and I'm not dissing any of the other creators, Todd McFarlane was a step above and has remained a step above for decades. Kind of like Eric Larson. Aren't they up to like 600 issues of the Savage Dragon or something insane like that? That's crazy to think of. And, you know, all you have to do is wait till Christmas and there'll be a new Avengers #1. I mean, they're up to like volume 18 or something. Meanwhile, Savage Dragon just kept on Savage Dragon.
First print, my friend.
It's a great book. He did say that. I remember that sort of caused a little bit of stir, the online community, because I guess Todd was quoted as saying the unsigned copies are more valuable than the signed copies, which is sort of like subject to point of view, I guess. But when it's the guy who created the character, the company, the book, okay.
All right. Next up, yeah, anything that is a reprint facsimile, we will mention.
And I think we're due up for either a live action Spawn or a really well done animated series from maybe we'll say Max.
There's supposed to be news this weekend at New York Comic Con about the Spawn movie, so we'll see.
We'll see.
All right, next up we have Daredevil #181, Death of Elektra, first print, and we've got that for $25 as well.
All right, this is the pick of the night. This is the pick of the night, right? This is one of my favorite single issue comics of all time, y'all. Frank Miller, Klaus Janson at their best. There you go. I got my copy signed by Frank and Klaus. Pretty dope.
All right, next up we got Amazing Spider-Man #328, Todd McFarlane cover, and we have this one for $20.
Y'all are pulling out the heat tonight. What's up with this? All of a sudden, we're just throwing out fire, 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 man. This is awesome. These are all Robbie picks.
One of the things I've noticed, and maybe Robbie's noticed this too, they like to always discuss and debate and contrast and compare Hulk artists. A lot of times I don't hear Todd McFarlane in that conversation, and that puzzles me because Todd's take on the Hulk, green, gray, red, whatever your favorite is, well, his take on the Hulk is in its own way as unique. It's different, but it's as unique as Steranko's was back at that time.
Yeah.
You almost had Todd do the same thing, the 80s and 90s that Jim had done, like 1969, 1970, whatever it was. He was just talking about this last night on Twitter about, his original cover, and Marie Severin changed the face and they went back and forth, and, it was blah, 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 whatever. Todd was, this Hulk, this version of Hulk, I think stands with, Dale Keown and all these other sort of, very stylized Hulk artists.
Yeah. It just it got overshadowed by his Spider-Man work, I think, right? But when you think about it, what's one of Todd's most iconic covers outside of like some Spider-Man stuff? It's the Hulk with Wolverine on it, right? With the claw and Hulk's reflection. There's still some. I love how lumpy his Hulk is, and the brow. He's got that Frankenstein monster brow on him. I love it.
As much as I respect people who watch the show, know I'm a big Jim Steranko fan. Jim's Hulk face, or he claims that Marie Severin sort of fixed it up at the publisher's request, whatever. That face is too human. Like, I love that. I've got multiple copies of that Hulk giant size with the Steranko cover, whatever. But subjectively, it's my favorite. Objectively, for Hulk fans, that is too... Hulk should look like the Hulk. He shouldn't look like a guy that just walked off the stage at Mr. Olympia and has his body spray painted.
Another Hulk artist that I think is underappreciated is Sal Buscema. 100. I really love his Hulk work too.
So Amy is in the house. What's up,
How you
Amy?
guys doing? Wanted to say hi.
Doing okay.
Hi, Robbie.
Hi, Amy.
You're not in the camera,
You have to scoot your
I started out as just a voice, but I think everyone knows it well enough by now. I should hope so, but just hoping everyone's following the rules, filling out their forms, hitting the thumbs up.
What she said.
Right.
Eddie.
Hi, hi CJ. Hi Triple B. Again, I hope it's.
I've talked before about how strong Amy's t-shirt game is. Eddie, I know these are a big favorite of yours. Amy's t-shirt is Universal Monsters.
Yeah.
Which I just think is. I've been kind of doing a thing this year where I've been kind of doing a lot of like black and white horror. Universal Monsters, a few of these other things. That's the first time I've seen a shirt like that. That's awesome.
I did not even notice it until you mentioned it.
Well, I just looked at her arm, and as soon as I looked at her arm, literally Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein like right there, and I'm just like, it's a very cool shirt. Yeah, Eddie, I know Eddie posts a lot of stuff for Universal Monsters.
Hot Topic.
I saw it this
Although I
morning.
don't see Eddie in Hot Topic, and people think like he's shopping for his grandchild.
All right, so fill out your form, or Amy will get mad. And none of it's
Which I tried to make like an angry face, but I'm too, I cracked too much.
Yeah,
The smile will go away, as will your order.
I tried to look angry, but yeah, I cracked.
She will hunt you down.
I'm not a grandfather, Eddie writes.
Oh,
Sure, okay, man.
What are you saying?
Sure, okay, Grandpa. Let's get you back to bed. That's one of my favorite memes now. The lady helping the old person. Sure, Ed. Let's get you in bed.
All right. Next up, we got Batman Superman World's Finest #2.
Cool cover.
And we got this for $5, people. Practically giving it away.
One of my favorite compositions of any World's Finest cover, or just a Batman and Superman cover, is, and of course this is by design,
She hates
Batman is always in shadow, and Superman somewhere is in front of the sun. That's just, I'm guessing if you work for DC and you decide
What's up?
you're going to do this character, that's the composition notes you get from the editor.
All right.
Because how many times have you seen that? Batman's on the ground, skulking in the shadows, and there's Superman looking at him, you know, like, dude, what are you doing? You have money, you can go home.
All right, next up we got Mars Attacks, the Wizard Topps copy. And we have Wizard Mars Attacks number half, 1/2. And we have this for $10.
This is awesome. Such a dope cover, too. I mean, if you're a Mars Attacks fan, you got to get this one up. You ain't going to find it very often in a shop.
When Dynamite did Mars Attacks and Red Sonja, at first I thought that announcement was made up. Right. But they were doing it, and it just sort of, Mars Attacks is one of those things that comes out, it goes away for a while, comes out, it goes away from a while. It's just, I tell people, go watch the original movie, man. I know it's kind of dated, the effects are kind of dated. Go watch the original movie.
All right, so next up we have 8 Billion Genies, #1, first print, and we have this for $20.
This might be the uniquest idea we've had to come out of the industry in a long time. Because we've seen a lot of stuff and everything, especially now that the internet, whatever, everybody knows everything else, things are derivative of everything else. I cannot remember a time in comics where this idea was out there. It's kind of cool when someone comes up with something truly original and unique.
All right, so next up we have Ultimate Fallout, Spider-Man No More, #4.
Did you see Dwayne? He wants Mars Attacks.
You got it, buddy.
Those are some nice
Mars Attacks, Dwayne. I'm sorry, Becky. Dwayne claimed it about a half second before you did. Sorry about that, Becky. I will check to see if we have another.
I was going to say you have another one somewhere.
I don't know, but I will check, just like I'll check for a Weird on Spawn. All right. So, Ultimate Fallout, Spider-Man No More, #4. It is a facsimile edition. First appearance of Miles Morales, and we have this for $5.
CJ just sent me the picture of.
All right, Dwayne is giving that up to you, Becky. Thank you, Dwayne. Nice. This is such a great crowd. All right, Becky, you got it. 8 Billion Genies. It's yours. All right.
One of the things I wanted to just throw out there real quick, Ultimate Fallout. The Ultimates are sort of back in the saddle again. It's very, very good. It's just different. And by different, I mean the original Ultimate line, 2000, 2001, it was a different time. It was a very different era. So you can't catch that particular lightning in a bottle again. But what they're doing now with the Ultimates is very, very cool. those books are just.
And Dwayne, I will check to see if we have another one. All right. And if we do, I will include it in the invoice when I send it out. All right. So next up, we have Spider-Gwen #1. And we have this one for $10.
Kind of looking forward to seeing this in live action at some point.
Can I make an announcement? No.
No, but I think with the popularity of the character and the speed with which Marvel is blowing through characters,
right?
I can't imagine you would not get, if we got Echo, and I'm not trashing Echo as a character or as a series, but if we got Echo, I can't imagine what they're waiting for on Spider-Man. I just can't see it.
Weird. Understood, Edward. Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, Echo was a fairly secondary character in essentially a second level book. Spider-Gwen is a primary character in
Vendetta.
Spider-Man.
All right, so then we have Batman Judge Dredd, The Ultimate Riddle. And we have that for $5 tonight.
There was a period of time where you were just seeing, especially for DC, a ton of crossovers, which people have almost forgotten about.
It was the way they were competing with Image, right?
Yeah.
They can't kill Superman every week. So they were trying to figure out what to do, and they were really pushing units with these crossovers.
Well, they did Batman and Predator, I think, 3 times.
I think so. Yeah, I think
there were 3 times you got various Batman and Predator. Obviously here's Batman and Judge Dredd. There were a few others as well that you sort of got. And yeah,
Superman Aliens, right? They did that a couple times.
I really liked that one a lot. I know people had problems with it. And yes, it ended exactly the way everybody knew it was going to end. But the rest of that story, the art, the storytelling was great.
And it's a tradition still going on, right? We got Aliens versus Avengers. We got Black Panther versus the Predator. They're still doing it.
Avengers Alien is going to be a thing where initially I did not have high hopes for, but then after going through Wolverine, Predator,
Batman Spawn.
Batman Spawn was essentially just like an explosion in a fabric store, but the books were great.
The cool thing about Batman Spawn was it was in continuity. Like if you didn't read it, you had no idea why Al's face was sewn up with a shoelace. You had no idea why. It's because Batman threw a batarang in his face. That's in continuity. That's crazy, wild, cool.
All right, so next up, we got Batman Judge Dredd Vendetta in Gotham. And we have this for $5 as well.
Mike Mignola cover, man.
That's a Mike Mignola cover.
All right, so let's get to some ASMs.
Marcus Archie Punisher might be my favorite intercompany crossover of all time. I love that. I got the die cut one.
I love the Archie. I really enjoyed Archie Predator, and I know some people didn't like it that much. But the Predator in Riverdale was not, I think, what people were expecting.
That was good too.
Right. So let's get to some $5 ASMs. So Becky, if you're still here, this might be right up your alley. All right. So first up, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 308, McFarlane cover, and we have that for $5. Then
did you purposely decide to feature Todd tonight, or was it just like a weird?
Just sort of, I don't know how to.
Not like I'm complaining or anything. I just
sort of worked out.
I like when we have the kind of like a little bit of
McFarlane Monday.
Dude, I'm coining that phrase.
Make sure you put a hashtag in front of it so people will see.
All right, you got it, Becky. And want to know, how did your tournament go, Becky, in Texas? Just curious. Hopefully it went well. You had a good time. All right. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 345. First appearance of Cletus Cassidy. And we have that for $5 as well. See you, Corey. Thanks, man. See you next time, bud.
Hi, Corey.
All right. Then we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 363. Second appearance of Carnage, and we have that for $5 as well. Okay. Okay, Becky is claiming 309. Did I do a 309? I didn't do a 309. It was 345, actually, Becky.
In case you do a 309, she wants it.
I mean,
people are pre-buying now.
So 363. Okay, gotcha, Becky. Did you want 345? Sorry, these are not in order. So I know you're kind of used to them being in order. So let me know if you want 345 as well. All right, then. Yeah, okay. I kind of figured, but yeah. When you said 309, I got confused. Put Becky down here. Okay. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 374. We got that for $5 as well.
What's going on?
Why are you here? Aren't you doing another show?
I did.
Why are you here?
Hi, everybody.
He's on commercial from that show.
You can't help it, dude.
I've got thumbs up. If you don't mind, could you please hit the thumbs up too, right down there?
Oh, let me do that.
So now they're going down. Okay, Amy came in, got them up. Now they're going down. Okay, people are taking away their thumbs up now.
Robbie, what do you think of those announcements today?
That's what I thought, bro. That's what I thought. I brought my Quicksilver toy with me.
Wait, squeeze the legs. Squeeze the legs.
Okay, here we go. Hold on.
So
Tallyhawk just fell.
So let me ask. What would we prefer to see, Amy again or Alex?
That's
not a fair question.
Yes,
that's not fair because my answer is Amy.
Smacking, yep. So they're everyone else. All right.
Tell you what, though, this is nothing to sneeze at, Rex. This feature still works perfectly. Look at that. This figure's from like 1986 or something. Got the Tallyhawk.
They don't make
goes from bird to shield. How cool is that? Come on.
He's gonna put this on eBay after.
I'll go grab my Monstar during the break, Alex. So stay tuned.
Why don't you guys like FaceTime, okay, and do it later?
We're excited about the Silverhawks by Ed Brisson for Dynamite Comics.
Wait, let me just say this. So Thundercats, when the original series ended, there was other series, Thundercats Roar, 2011 reboot. There's been no content for Silverhawks for 30 years. So it's just really exciting to those people that
it's like that one Marvel series, right? Like that one Marvel miniseries, I think, and that's it.
The teaser.
And then Zootopia, Judy Hopps, so exciting.
All right, y'all get to working on Tiger Sharks. You'll make everybody happy. There's Dwayne. I see you. I see you out there. Look at you.
All right, so next up, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 380. And we have that for $5 as well.
Maximum Carnage. Do-do-do-do-do. Mark Bagley. Do-do-do-do-do. Come on, y'all. Good stuff.
Yeah.
This is my era. This is my favorite. This is some of my favorite stuff during Spider-Man.
This is pre-trophy Robbie, when he was just a guy in town.
Yeah, I was just a kid with hopes to have a shelf full of awards.
I did. All right, so Becky is taking this one. Gotcha, Becky. All right.
Someone asked me in my comics Twitter chat group, and I thought this would be a question out here. What would I actually like to see Dynamite do? Like, actually, I would like to see, and I talked to Dave Acosta about this. I would love for the market to get to a point where Dynamite could do a black and white horror magazine, like magazine size format.
So why
like an horror anthology?
So why are you telling me? You know,
and y'all should do that with Vampirella and take it back to those roots, man.
Kind of have Vampirella.
All right.
It's kind of there. I just don't know. And Nick has actually mentioned this. We spoke about this a long time ago. I just don't know if the market is there. This is kind of a thing that you'd probably have to kickstart and see.
Right.
Well,
you know
the thing is, look at the success Titan's having with Savage Sword of Conan right now, doing a black and white, old school type magazine. The market is there. And here's the way to convince it. You don't have to pay a colorist, and you can print on cheaper paper. So there you go.
And I've got an artist. I mentioned to Dave Acosta, and he said, if you do it, I'm in. So I've already kind of figured out the hard parts.
Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 21. And we have that for $5 as well, the wedding issue.
Nice. I had to get both covers of this, right? There was like, was this the direct market cover, right? And then there was maybe I got that backwards, but there was also a cover where he's at Spider-Man, right? Isn't I think that's the difference is the newsstand.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which was which.
Correct. Yeah. I don't remember.
It will be black and white, and we'll do like 150 is like a red and white magazine, so Eddie can see it, and we can sell it on the show.
So Amy Dwayne claimed that one. I'm sorry. I can see if I have another. Jot down Becky.
You better come up in here with multiple copies of stuff.
I thought it was up to me. All right, last one. Spider-Man versus Dr. Doom, and we got that for $5 as well.
Yeah, just so you know her name.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Becky. I'm sorry, Becky.
And this is cool. If you don't know what this is, right? This is the it's like a 2-issue reprint or something they did back in the day of the Eric Larson Dr. Doom versus Spider-Man story, I think, right? Isn't it? Yeah.
I want to say yes. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what this looks like.
I think that's what it is. Or it's just collecting like a couple issues where they're together.
A story where like Peter Parker was covering some press conference in Liberia, or am I thinking of a different Spider-Man Dr. Doom?
I think you might be right. It's been a while since I've read that stuff now.
I'm just trying to remember, but
all right.
Oh, nice, Eddie. That's nice. Yeah, Arthur Sudan is sort of. There are those artists where the second you see their work, you kind of know how it is. You don't have to figure it out.
All right, so next up we got Savage Dragon number 1/2. The Wizard version comes with a Wizard's COA, and we have that for $10 tonight.
We were just talking about the Savage Dragon.
Yes, we are.
And Eric Larson.
And the last one is a set. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 7 set includes issues number 1 through 8. Complete set for $40.
I have no comment on this series right now.
And why is that?
People that watch my channel will understand.
He's not giving that opinion away for free. You gotta log into his show for that. That was what they call a tease in the business. Because now people that have to know what he said, they run right on back to PCP.
All right.
And that's why he's got all the awards.
All right, so now come the incentives we had from last week. So let's do those real quick. There weren't just a handful left.
CJ, when you say Nick had all that art, you could say that about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of the times, because I'll tell you right now, and this is a shoot, Nick has an awful lot of original art.
Yes,
and I mean an awful lot.
All right, so Absolute Batman number 1, 125 ratio by Ian Bertram. And we have this one for $15.
No, you don't.
Nice. Gone.
Let's join.
Ian Bertram, by the way, the artist of one of my, I think the book of the year so far, Precious Metal. I love that dude's work so much. Absolute Batman was a weird book, man. We sold out and I ordered a lot of them. And everybody thought I was, like people in the retailer group thought I was ridiculous with the amount of Batman, Absolute Batmans I ordered. We sold out. Who's laughing now?
Well, didn't you talk about this before? Someone like me who does not read month to month, like I read a whole bunch of stuff at once. I was not aware of how well they had used Absolute Power as almost, I guess, like a launching pad for all this stuff, because I had not read it yet, so I was a little bit skeptical. And Robbie had said on a previous episode, when you see how they set this up at Absolute Power, right. Well, by the time I catch up, these books are now just, first of all, it's Batman. So that's a license to print money. People just buy Batman books. That's it. If you read the story and see where they're going with this stuff, like, Robbie could have bought 500 of these and they've sold out.
We sold a lot. We sold a lot. And it's DC All In that really sets it up.
Next up, we have Action Comics number 1070, 125 ratio by Mark Spears. And we have this one for $10.
Hey, that's my homie Mark. That's my homie Mark. And fun fact, this is actually the first cover he ever did for DC. Even though others have been printed first, this was the first cover he did for DC.
And this
Mark's
is probably
a good friend. They just announced today Spawn 77, and he's doing the interior artwork. So my boy Mark.
Nice.
Yeah. And I mean like an actual friend. He lives here in my town. Like we've been friends for over 20 years.
I like that. And Jay will understand what I mean here. This cover is appropriate for Superman. I want a Superman cover to look like a Superman cover. And some of the things they've done with Superman over the years, it makes it hard. It makes it really, really hard.
I know Jay is loving this.
This is exactly the way you can modernize almost any other character. The one character I don't want to see turned into a teenager, a robot, a vampire, evil, that leaves Superman alone. Right. Now, if you want to do an Elseworlds, knock yourself out. I'm right there, man. You can just build it. But in the actual continuity, please, just leave Superman and his cute white dog alone.
All right. Then we have Batman and Robin, Volume 3, number 14, 125 ratio by Christian Duce. And we have that for 8. All right. And then Transformers number 13, 110 ratio by Victor Bogdanovich. And we have that for 8. And I have more than one of these.
When everybody was going ham over Absolute Batman, I was that little YouTube channel who made Transformers number 13 my pick of the week. This is such a powerfully, emotionally resonant issue of Transformers. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It's so good. It's basically the origin of Starscream. And it's so powerful.
Well, you're going to like what we have next. Transformers number 13, 125 ratio with Jorge Fornes. And we have 2 of these, $20.
Soundwave. Look at oh my God, the 80s cover is, oh my God.
This is so cool. Yeah, it's that synthwave vibe. It's Soundwave.
That's what I was going to say.
If anybody wants to know what my personality looks like my aura, it's this cover.
I love that, man. I feel like I'm getting ready to watch Night Blood.
All right. So last one, Transformers number 13, 150 ratio by Francesco Mattina.
I have actually only one problem with Superman. Superman Lois is really good. I only have one problem. I wanted Superman to wear the costume he wore in the first episode all the time. What I loved about that costume that he wore in the first episode is it actually looked like a costume that his mom made. And that's another thing I always prefer that Superman look where everybody else can have skin tight stuff, this, that, whatever. I almost like the fact that, you can see, I forget who the artist was, but he or she would draw a close up of Superman's cape and you can actually see the little stitches. And I thought to myself, that's kind of the Superman I want to see. I don't want him to be in a cool costume. I don't care if his wrestling trunks are on the outside of his costume. For that one character, that should always be that way.
All right. So, you know what? We got to take our last and final break. Stay with us. We'll get to some signed books and the new Dynamite books of the week. So, yeah, we'll be right back.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So.
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message. with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
What's that? Whose car? Not mine.
I don't think it's mine. I don't even know if I turned the alarm on.
All right, so let's move on to signed books. There is a car alarm going on outside in the parking lot. We don't know. Now it's off.
The car
All
thief
right.
got the alarm off. Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with the car insurance company than listen to that for another half hour.
All right, so first up, we've got Detective Comics number 19, first printing, standard cover by signed by John Layman. It's just in silver. It's just a retail of $69.99. We have this one for $25 tonight. Then we've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 0, limited encore edition, signed by Kyle Higgins. We got this one for $10. Then we have Future State Justice League number 1, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail of $69.99, and we have this one for $25.
I like Future State. Future State was cool. I know it wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I liked Future State.
All right, then next up we have Black Cat number 1, comic sketch art exclusive variant, signed by Adam Hughes. It's just a retail of $50, and we have this one for $20.
Oh man, somebody should take this. That was amazing. I was not a big Black Cat fan until a bunch of people were like, "You should read the book now because Jed McKay is killing it."
Dwayne.
So I went back and I read it, and I was like, "Wow, you are not kidding."
All right, I got you, Dwayne. Then the last signed book of the night, Fantastic Four, number 587, signed by Mike Perkins. It's the Hughes variant, I think. It's just a retail of $29.99, and we have it for $15. And Dwayne is claiming Black Cat as well. Gotcha, Dwayne.
It's the Alan Davis cover.
It's an Alan Davis cover. And the same thing I was saying earlier about Superman, I'll say for the Fantastic Four. If you want to change characters, their costumes, their armors, whatever, go ahead. X-Men, Avengers, knock yourself out. The Fantastic Four, I always like to be slightly off to the side, and I like them to actually just look like adventurers.
Right.
Those are uniforms. They're not, they shouldn't be spray painted on. I sort of like, the stories I really like is when something is going on and the Avengers and the X-Men team up. And they'll say, hey, we should let the Fantastic Four know. And they're like, yeah, they're holding off the blah, blah, blah invasion in the negative zone. I like when the Fantastic Four are sort of maybe just one click to the right in their own thing a little bit. You know what I mean? Hey, call Reed Richards. Well, there's a horde of lava monsters pouring out of a volcano outside of Rome. So he's a little bit tied up. Someone else will actually have to do the thinking for a change. I kind of appreciate that.
All right, so books from Dynamite Books from last week. First up, we have the Terminator #1.
Oh, Terminator.
Most covers are $4.99 or higher, but most of them are cover price at $4.99, with the exception of a few of the incentives. Let us know which one you want with the cover letter, and we'll get it to you. All right. Remember, fill out the submission form. Then, very exciting, we are taking pre-orders for this. Dynamite.com exclusive. The Terminator #1 Burning Earth Icon, Alex Ross premium metal cover. We have this one for $99.99. So let me know. We're taking pre-orders as of now. Should be out in a couple weeks, I'm told. All right, so this one also is a pre-order.
Yes, Eddie. Dwayne is absolutely kind of like checking off boxes.
Yeah.
On his wish list, man. Because I'm glad to watch when people do that.
All right, so this is another Dynamite.com exclusive. The Terminator #1 Declan Shalvey embossed premium cover. And we have this for $125, and we are taking pre-orders for them right now. So let me know if you want them.
Your boots and your motorcycle.
Much better than Alex's impression. All right, so we are doing those.
Don't be the kid that fetches my comics every week.
That's your problem. So, also from last week, Johnny Quest #3. Let us know the cover letter that you want, and we will invoice you. You can do that using the submission form.
And y'all need to grab a hold of that Jay Lee Akira Otomo tribute for cover B. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, I tend to like different styles, but that's almost. That to me is an automatic layup, the same way the cover with the jetpack is. Other than Rocketeer, I don't know a character that's more appropriate, maybe Adam Strange, to be wearing a jetpack, right? If you've watched the show, the cartoon, you expect that kid to have a jetpack. And I was
glad. Remember that scene, and I don't remember what Bond movie it is. Maybe it's Thunderball, maybe it's another one where they do the jetpack bit, and it's a real dude on a real jetpack. Do you remember that? It's like in the beginning of the film.
He was the guy that did it at the Super Bowl when it was at the Astrodome or something.
Yeah, that's a super cool moment in the James Bond franchise to me. I always look forward to watching it.
That guy got paid huge amounts of money because no one wanted to do it. I mean, it's literally...
And people all the time are like, how did they do that? Like, was that wires or something? Like, no. Like, that was real. That was real. Yeah, Thunderball. That's Thunderball. I love Thunderball, by the way. Tom Jones doing the theme, and he strikes like Thunderball. So good.
Bond flies in on a jetpack. He just kind of very, click, 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 takes
He's
it
got
off.
That terry cloth suit that he's wearing at the pool or whatever.
But the problem was it was not practical because it could only run like 5 minutes.
If one of the things I loved was if you watch Disney's Rocketeer movie, they make having a jetpack where they're showing Cliff Secord the footage that Nazis want to have rocket-controlled jetpacks, right? Rocket packs. And you're like, yes, that would be super cool. But anyone, even who spent like 6 months in the National Guard knows, the guy in a jetpack is a flying target. As cool as it is in fiction, in real life, yeah, sure. Maybe you get like a pop out of it or whatever, but it would not have worked the way people thought it was. The best thing is one person, like the one person on a jetpack. They've done, I guess it's IDW that's been doing some Rocketeer stuff. They've been doing a great job with it. And yeah, I mean, Johnny Quest, yeah, he's like 13. He needs a jetpack.
All right. So, did we do Space Ghost? We did, didn't we?
No, we didn't. And now,
all right.
That one right here as well.
So, next up, Space Ghost #6 came out last week. And John is wanting to show the cover in his hand.
I like this because it's black and white, but it has the cover the purple title.
Same
cover.
deal. If you're interested, most are cover price. But just fill out the submission form and let us know which one you
And
want.
yes, Eddie, you're right. One of my favorite things, especially in what I'll call vintage era comics, are like the jetpack. You would probably be one and done with a jetpack. They have to kind of come up with ways to do stuff, but Tom Strong's helipack made at least a little more sense in that he wouldn't be roasting like the lower half of his body off. When they show you Adam Strange arching through space with a jetpack, it is awesome. However, he would have burned off his feet.
All right, so then this week's Dynamite books coming out Wednesday. First up, we got Vampirella, number 672, cover A by Lucio Perillo. And we have this one at cover price of $4.99.
This is a little bit of a different take. I like this. I know some people were like, but I like this a lot. I think this is very cool. She's a winged character.
All right, then we have cover B by Elias Chatzoudas. And we have this at cover price as well of $4.99.
Vampirucci, nice.
Then we have cover C by Sora Suhung, or Su. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. All right, so this one we had a problem in the printing process, so this is actually getting here next week. But we have this at cover price of $4.99. All right, then we have cover D, Cosplay by Rachel Holland. Also cover price of $4.99.
Vampirexa. I like that one, Jay.
All right, then we have cover E by Lucio Perillo. It is a Virgin cover, and we have that for $50.
Steve, you know what? Nick has a lot of original art, man. I'll put it this way. I would not bet against it. I know the Grand Canyon is a massive hole in the ground, but Nick has a lot of art.
All right, so cover F, it is a ratio, 1:7 ratio by Ergen Gundas, and we have that for $6.99.
This very much almost has like Warren magazine era energy, and I really like this.
All right, then cover M, Lucio Perillo UV cover, and we have this at cover price of $4.99. All right, on to Powerpuff Girls. All right, Triple B is claiming F. Got Triple B. All right, I got you down, bud. All right, Powerpuff Girls, number 4, cover A by Paulina Ganicho. And we've got that for cover price tonight. And then we've got cover B by Nicoletta Balderi. And we have that for $4.99 as well. And then we've got you've got Triple B.
I just wanted to make sure you saw that.
Yeah, I should have guessed that. He always gets a 10-pack when he claims something. All right, got you, Triple B. You're good, bud. All right, cover C by Kenya Danino. And we have that for cover price of $4.99.
I like
this. Great cover. I'm right there with you, John. That's a great cover. I love it.
I mean, all the work is being done. That's good, but I like this. I like this a lot.
All right, then we have cover D by Pasquale Quilano. And we have that for cover price of $4.99.
Is Triple B doing an unboxing video when this
He's
is over?
doing the giveaway, the CGC giveaway. All right, so then we've got cover E. It is a ratio 1:10 by Ken Hazer for $9.99.
Even Ken mentioned to me when we were talking one day that he was a little bit, tiny bit surprised initially to find himself doing Powerpuff Girls. Like he didn't see that coming. You know, he's like, I know that, you know, Nick had a lot of things, a lot of irons in the fire, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I did not expect to be drawing Powerpuff.
Well, his clean line is perfect for it, right? He's got a very animated style line.
Got you down, Dwayne. All right, so then we've got Thundercats.
He's literally cleaning up.
Tiny is, yeah. Volume 1, Omens, and we have this for $20. And then we also have the hardcover Omens, and we have that for $24.99. Let's do a quick recap. I'm going to go through it real quick, and then we will do the drawing. All right, so as always, we have the DF Mystery Box. 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin cover, 1 signed cover, 1 exclusive, 10 back issues. No Marcus, no Mannix covers tonight. Minimum guaranteed retail value of $200. We usually have for $100. I'm doing it for $85 tonight. Then we've got Deadpool #1 with Elektra cover sketch by Joe Del Beato. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we have it for $65.
A little bit of negative space used there. I'm always a fan of that.
Then we got Venom #1. Can't believe this one's still here. With Venom Spidey cover sketch by Dan Neidlinger. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we have it for $65.
I'm surprised too. If I didn't have to go to a con at the end of the week, I would buy it.
All right, Johnny Quest #1 with Quest Family cover sketch by Mariano Nicieza. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we've got it for $65.
Did everybody hit that thumbs up? Just calling it out there.
Yeah, Amy came in a little while ago and kind of reminded everyone. You know what would be great?
Marcus, just FYI, there's a Mannix cover to Silverhawks #1. Just letting you know.
To pain, claiming it for Robbie.
Dwayne,
and I'll be having it for sale on one of the original art experience shows.
There you go.
Dwayne, you're a sweetheart. I'll sing you a song on my next live show. You just wait.
Oh, God, no.
Nice.
Now he's retracting the gift.
I will send him once if he doesn't.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Yeah, right. All right. Then we've got Action Comics #18 with Saturn Girl cover sketch by Tony Scott. It's just a retail of $129.99. We have that for $65.
Tony Scott did a nice job here.
And then we got Flash #1 with Flash cover sketch by Will Torres. It's just a retail of $129.99, and we got it for $65. Then we got Star Wars #1 with Baby Yoda eating the frog, cover sketch by Ken Hazer.
Kroger, what are you doing?
It's just a retail of $129.99. We had that for $65 as well. Then Invincible Iron Man #600 with Kang versus Iron Man cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. It's just a retail of $129.99. We have for $65. Then we've got Radioactive Man #1, Glow in the Dark, Origin of Radioactive Man. We got that for $20. Then we've got Amazing Spider-Man #328, Todd McFarlane cover, and we have that for $20. Then Batman Superman, World's Finest #2, and we have that for $5. Then Ultimate Fallout, Spider-Man No More, #4, facsimile edition, and we have that for $5. First appearance of Miles Morales. Then we have Spider-Gwen #1, and we have that for $10. Then Batman Judge Dredd, The Ultimate Riddle, and we have that for $5. Then Batman Judge Dredd, Vendetta in Gotham, and we have that for $5 as well. Then we have Savage Dragon. Spider-Man versus Dr. Doom. We had that for $5. Then we have Savage Dragon #1/2. The Wizard version comes with a Wizard certificate of authenticity, and we had that for $10. Then Amazing Spider-Man Volume 7, set number, issues number 1 through 8. And for the entire set, we have it for $40. Then we have Action Comics number 1070, 125 ratio by Mark Spears. And we have that for $10.
Personal friend of Robbie.
Personal friend. If you want to buy this, you can send it to me. I'll get it signed for you for free. We'll send it back. You just
that. All right. So then Transformers number 13, 110 ratio by Victor Bogdanovich. We have that for $8. Transformers number 13, 125 ratio by Jorge Fornes. And we have that for $20.
This will now be known as the Robbie Aura cover.
Yes.
So then Transformers number 13, 150 ratio by Francesco Mattina. And we have that for $35. Then we have Detective Comics number 19, first printing, signed by John Layman. And we have that for $25. Then Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 0 is the Encore edition, signed by Kyle Higgins. And we have that for $10. Then Future State Justice League number 1, signed by Joshua Williamson. Have that for $25. Then we have Fantastic Four number 587, signed by inker Mike Perkins. And we have that for $15. Then last week's books, Terminator number 1. And the pre-order for the Terminator number 1 Burning Earth Icon by Alex Ross. Premium metal cover for $99.99. And then this one's been popular. The Terminator number 1 Declan Shalvey embossed premium metal cover for $125. And we've got Johnny Quest number 3, $4.99 or higher. Space Ghost number 6, $4.99 or higher. And this week's Dynamite books. Vampirella number 672, cover A by Lucio Perillo, cover price. Cover B by Elias Chatzoudas for cover price. Cover C by Sora Sahung, and we've got that for cover price, but that is coming next Wednesday because of a problem with the printer. Then we've got cover D, cosplay by Rachel Holland, cover price. Cover E, Lucio Perillo, virgin cover for $50. Then cover F, 1/7 ratio by Ergen Gundas for $6.99. Lucio Perillo UV cover for $4.99. Then Powerpuff Girls number 4, cover A by Paulina Ganicho, cover price. Cover B by Nicoletta Balderi, also for cover price. Cover C by Kenya Danino, also $4.99 cover price. Cover D by Pasquale Quilano, also a cover price. Then cover E, 110 ratio by Ken Hazer, and we have that for $9.99. Then Thundercats Volume 1, Omens trade paperback for $19.99. And then the hardcover for $24.99. And that does it. All right, so Jay, if you would, get that wheel ready. And let's spin it and see who won.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
And the winner is Ed
Eddie.
Congrats, bud.
Nice, Eddie. Congratulations.
All right.
So do you think Nick is working on a Press Your Luck comic book?
I'm not going to say he isn't, but
then there'll be the Press Your Luck all whammies one shot.
So Robbie, the movie tonight is what again?
We're going back to 1981 to the underappreciated, overlooked slasher with special effects from Maestro Tom Savini, The Prowler, tonight.
Nice.
And starts at 9 p.m. Eastern, correct?
That is right. We're I know everybody's like getting into spooky season all of a sudden, but like we're all sad because we've been doing it for like the last month and a half. So now we're at the end of Horror Fest. We still got a lot of shows to go though. But tonight, The Prowler.
Spooky season starts for them like December 26th.
Spooky season starts on November 1st or January 1st, bro. Like Halloween's for tourists, man. Me and Eddie, we live it all year long.
You know what? I noticed it on my streaming services. Suddenly it's Halloween and all this other stuff. God forbid I'm looking for like a scary movie in July. I got The Walking Dead and that's it.
All right, so check out Triple channel for the giveaway tonight. And then Jay, what do we have coming up after Robbie's show?
Nothing. An endless void of missing Robbie.
Well, yeah, but after you're done watching Robbie, make sure you come back here at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for Best Coast Comics. Now, last Monday, Bronze interviewed Bigby. This week, Bigby's going to interview Bronze Age Nerd.
Very cool.
All right, so
very cool.
Tune in after Robbie's show.
They should do it.
And don't forget to check out Triple B and the giveaway. As always, you guys are great. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people that are doing all kinds of stuff. Like you said, Triple B, go check out CJ Design. He kind of does some amazing stuff that he posts up there. Of course, Robbie, but we have people in the chat that are sort of, they're doing very cool stuff. And I if we're going to do something in the community, go support what they do. Give them the clicks, the follows, the subscribes, whatever they need. I mean, Robbie's got a Prowler shirt on. Robbie, I love that shirt, but I got to tell you, Amy's Universal Horror shirt kind of wowed me. I had not seen one like that before. It's very cool.
All right.
My T-shirt game is just slipping.
How many people you ever seen wear a Prowler shirt, though, John?
Oh,
Just
you know what?
baby.
Like I said, Robbie has I imagine that there's a Robbie section on TeePublic. And it's just all the shirts that he's worn before that you can get. Like you get. Like
I need a T-shirt sponsor, man. You're right. Somebody call Fright Rags or something.
Robbie's doing more for horror T-shirts than most people I know, especially somebody not like in a metal band.
All right, so we will be back Wednesday, 7 to 8 for a comic collectibles show. And on Friday, Nick will be back with his original art show. All right, and don't forget about catching Robbie's Horror Fest tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. And
in reality, you should be catching Robbie every time he's on throughout the year.
We appreciate you, man. All of you guys. All right, thank you, Robbie.
Jay, thank you for everything, including when Jay talked earlier today about technology. I said to Jay, tonight's show is going to have to be on the Give a Show projector because we can barely handle what we do now.
It's weird. I don't know if Jay, Sir Ron, what's up? Yeah, we do have Terminator medals, buddy. Sir Ron, these are the two. Jay, if you could throw them up. I think Sir Ron was a little late. These are pre-orders. That's true. I forgot. So original art, it might be somebody else. So the pre-orders, Sir Ron, is Terminator 1 Burning Earth icon Alex Ross for 100, and this one's really neat. Terminator #1 Declan Shalvey embossed premium metal. So the metal skull is embossed for 125. So Saron, let us know if you want one or both, and you can hit submission form, or you can email me. You have my email. All right, let me know if you want them. Anybody watching on Rewind, we will honor the prices you see tonight, provided the item did not sell out. All right, other than that, we appreciate you, and see you on Wednesday, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.